My precious soul, something extraordinary happened on April 28th. Something so subtle that you may have overlooked it. It was not loud. It did not shake the ground beneath your feet. It came quietly, like a gentle breeze brushing past your spirit. Yet, in that stillness, heaven moved on your behalf. Archangel Michael was present, watching, guiding, and ensuring that a seemingly small moment became a divine turning point in your life. You might remember that day as ordinary. Perhaps you were going through your routine, dealing with responsibilities, were simply lost in thought. But what you could not see was the invisible hand of protection and direction. A decision you made, a delay you experienced, a conversation you almost ignored. Each of these carried divine significance. What felt like a coincidence was, in truth, a carefully orchestrated alignment. Archangel Michael reveals that this moment was a crossroads disguised as calm. Heaven often works in silence, not spectacle. While you were focused on what was in front of you, the spiritual realm was adjusting what lay ahead. Paths were being redirected, obstacles were being repositioned, and unseen dangers were quietly removed from your journey. There was a reason you felt a subtle shift in your emotions that day. Perhaps you sensed a pause, a moment of reflection, or an unexpected calm. That feeling was not random. It was a divine signal, a whisper from the heavens urging you to trust the process unfolding around you. Even if you did not fully understand it at the time, your spirit recognized the sacred intervention. Archangel Michael stood as your protector and guide, ensuring that the choices made on that day aligned with your higher purpose. What seemed like a minor adjustment, taking a different route, delaying a response, or choosing silence over reaction, was actually a pivotal move. Heaven was steering you away from confusion and toward clarity, away from struggle and toward growth. You may now begin to see how certain events after April 28th unfolded differently than expected. Opportunities appeared in unexpected ways. Situations that once seemed complicated began to resolve. Relationships shifted. Doors that were once closed started to open, while others quietly closed for your protection. None of this was accidental. It was the ripple effect of that quiet, sacred moment. Beloved, the divine often works through simplicity. The world teaches us to look for dramatic signs, but heaven speaks most powerfully in stillness. On that day, Archangel Michael ensured that your path was gently corrected, like a compass being realigned. You were guided not by force, but by grace. There may have been a moment when you paused. Perhaps you hesitated before making a decision, or you felt an inner nudge to do something differently. That pause was sacred. It was the exact moment when your path shifted. What you thought was hesitation was actually divine timing. What you believed was uncertainty was, in reality, protection. Archangel Michael now brings this revelation to your awareness so you can understand that your journey is divinely guided. Nothing meaningful in your life happens by accident. Even the quietest moments carry the fingerprints of heaven. The April 28th experience was a reminder that God's guidance does not always come with thunder and lightning. Sometimes, it arrives as a gentle thought, a calm feeling, or a subtle redirection. This message is meant to awaken your spiritual awareness. You are being reminded that you are never alone, even in the most ordinary moments. The divine realm is constantly working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances, protecting your heart, and guiding your steps toward your destiny. As you reflect on that day, allow yourself to recognize the beauty of divine timing. The delay that frustrated you protected you. The change that confused you redirected you. The silence that worried you strengthened you. Each detail was part of a greater plan designed specifically for your growth and purpose. Archangel Michael encourages you to trust the quiet moments in your life. Do not underestimate them. Within those moments, heaven often plants the seeds of transformation. What seems small today can become the foundation of a powerful breakthrough tomorrow. Right now, you are being invited to embrace a deeper level of faith. Trust that every step you take is being watched over and guided with precision. The path you are on is not random. It is intentional, protected, and divinely inspired. Open your heart to this truth. That quiet moment on April 28th was not insignificant. It was a sacred turning point, a divine adjustment that set you on a more aligned and blessed path. Archangel Michael stands beside you even now, reminding you that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. The story of that day is not just about the past. It is a revelation for your present and a promise for your future. When heaven moves quietly, it is often preparing something powerful. My cherished one, as the truth of April 28th continues to unfold, you are now being invited to look deeper into the spiritual layers of that quiet moment. What seemed simple on the surface was, in reality, a divine intervention crafted with precision and love. Archangel Michael was not only present, he was actively shielding, guiding, and repositioning elements of your life that you could not yet see. The stillness of that day was not emptiness. It was sacred preparation. There was a shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you. While everything appeared normal in the physical world, the unseen realm was in motion. Energies were being redirected, harmful influences were being restrained, and doors that could have led to confusion or hardship were quietly sealed. At the same time, new pathways, aligned with your purpose, were being gently opened. This was divine strategy in action, executed with grace and precision. You may recall a subtle feeling of pause or reflection that day. Perhaps you hesitated before making a choice, or you felt an unexplainable urge to slow down. That gentle hesitation was not weakness or uncertainty. It was divine guidance. Archangel Michael was guiding your spirit to wait, observe, and choose wisely. In that pause, you were protected from stepping into something that was not meant for your journey. What is remarkable is how naturally everything unfolded. There was no dramatic interruption, no visible sign that something extraordinary was happening. Yet, that is often how heaven works. The most powerful interventions are those that blend seamlessly into the flow of daily life. This ensures that your free will remains intact while divine protection quietly surrounds you. Since that day, you may have noticed subtle improvements in your path. Situations that once felt heavy may have become lighter. Confusion may have been replaced with clarity. You may have experienced unexpected peace in areas that once caused stress. These are not coincidences. They are the fruits of that sacred adjustment made on your behalf. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that your life is not governed by chance. Every step you take is observed with divine care. When you are about to encounter a situation that could disrupt your growth, heaven intervenes in ways that are gentle yet effective. April 28th was one such moment, a divine checkpoint where your path was lovingly corrected. You are now entering a season of heightened awareness. The more you recognize these subtle interventions, the more aligned you become with your divine purpose. This awareness strengthens your intuition and deepens your trust in spiritual guidance. You begin to notice the small signs, the quiet nudges, and the peaceful assurances that confirm you are on the right path. There is also a powerful lesson in this revelation. Never underestimate the significance of calm moments. The world often celebrates loud victories and dramatic changes, but heaven values stillness and obedience. Your willingness to pause, reflect, or choose differently on that day demonstrated spiritual sensitivity. That sensitivity allowed divine protection to operate fully in your life. Archangel Michael is reminding you that you are deeply protected, even when you are unaware of it. There are countless moments when dangers are diverted, opportunities are aligned, and blessings are prepared long before they manifest in your reality. The quiet moment on April 28th was a clear example of this divine orchestration. As this understanding settles into your heart, let gratitude rise within you. Gratitude strengthens your spiritual connection and opens the door for even greater guidance. When you acknowledge divine intervention, you invite more of it into your life. Appreciation becomes a bridge between your earthly experience and heavenly support. If this message is resonating with your spirit and helping you see your life through a clearer, more spiritual lens, take a moment to support this mission. Like this video to affirm your connection to this message. Share it with someone who may also need reassurance that their life is divinely guided. Leave a comment expressing what part of this revelation touched your heart the most. Your engagement not only strengthens this spiritual community, but also helps this message reach souls who are searching for hope and clarity. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving these powerful, faith-filled messages, and consider joining the membership to become a deeper part of this growing spiritual family. As you continue reflecting, remember this. What you once saw as an ordinary day was, in fact, a sacred turning point. Archangel Michael's presence ensured that your journey remained aligned with your highest good. The quiet redirection of April 28th was not just about that single day. It set into motion a series of blessings, protections, and opportunities that are still unfolding. Hold this truth close to your heart, because what is about to be revealed next will deepen your understanding of how profoundly that subtle moment reshaped your destiny. Beloved soul, the deeper truth of April 28th is now being revealed, and it carries a message of profound transformation. What appeared to be an uneventful moment was, in reality, a sacred alignment orchestrated by divine wisdom. Archangel Michael stood beside you, not only as a protector but as a guide ensuring that your destiny remained intact. This was a moment when heaven intervened quietly, adjusting the course of your life with precision and compassion. There was a spiritual recalibration taking place around you. While you moved through your day unaware, the unseen realm was actively working to remove obstacles that could have hindered your growth. Negative energies that sought to distract or discourage you were gently pushed away. At the same time, new opportunities, ones that resonate with your purpose, were being positioned ahead of you. This divine adjustment was subtle, yet its impact is far-reaching. You may now recognize that certain situations did not unfold as you once expected. Plans may have shifted, conversations may have taken unexpected turns, or decisions may have been delayed. At the time, these changes might have felt inconvenient or confusing. But now, through this revelation, you can see that those shifts were acts of divine protection. Archangel Michael ensured that what was not meant for you did not take root in your life. This moment was also a spiritual awakening, even if it did not feel dramatic. Something within you became more sensitive, more aware, and more aligned with truth. You may have noticed a growing desire for peace, clarity, and authenticity since that day. This is no coincidence. When heaven intervenes, it not only changes external circumstances but also refines the heart and spirit. April 28th marked the beginning of a new phase in your journey, a phase where divine guidance becomes clearer and your path becomes more purposeful. The quietness of that moment was intentional. Heaven often speaks in whispers so that your spirit, rather than your fears, can hear the message. In that stillness, your soul received direction, reassurance, and strength. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that this divine intervention was a declaration of your value and purpose. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. Every detail of your life matters to the divine. The subtle shift that occurred on that day was proof that your journey is being carefully guided toward fulfillment and blessing. As you reflect on the days and weeks that followed, you may notice how certain burdens began to lift. Situations that once felt overwhelming may have resolved or lost their intensity. New ideas, connections, or opportunities may have emerged in ways that felt natural and timely. These are the visible signs of an invisible blessing that was set into motion on April 28th. This revelation is meant to strengthen your faith and encourage you to trust the quiet workings of the divine. Not every miracle arrives with fanfare. Some of the most powerful changes happen in silence, shaping your future in ways that only become clear with time. The moment you once overlooked has now become a testimony of divine care and intervention. Archangel Michael's message is clear. Remain attentive to the subtle guidance in your life. When you feel a gentle nudge, a sudden sense of peace, or an unexpected pause, recognize it as a sacred signal. These moments are divine checkpoints, ensuring that your path remains aligned with your highest good. You are being called to walk forward with renewed confidence, knowing that you are divinely protected and guided. The quiet turning point of April 28th was not the end of a process, but the beginning of a more aligned and purposeful chapter. Greater clarity, stability, and spiritual growth are unfolding before you. Let this truth settle deeply within your heart. The divine is actively involved in your life, even in the smallest details. What you once considered insignificant has been revealed as a cornerstone of your spiritual journey. This understanding empowers you to trust more deeply, live more intentionally, and embrace the path ahead with courage and peace. Type "I trust the divine timing" in the comments if this message resonates with your spirit. Blessing code 444 has just been released, activating divine alignment, protection, and clarity over your life. Receive this blessing with faith, knowing that the quiet moments in your journey are filled with heavenly purpose. As this sacred message settles into your heart, recognize that the unfolding of divine truth is not limited to understanding alone. It is also a call to action and participation in a greater spiritual mission. As this revelation about April 28th illuminates the quiet ways heaven moves, you are being invited to become a vessel of that same light for others. When you support this channel through super thanks, membership, or a PayPal offering found in the video description, you are not just giving. You are sowing seeds into fertile spiritual ground. The Word of God is being carried across nations, entering hearts that are searching for hope, guidance, and divine reassurance. Scripture declares, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap." Luke 6:38. And today, this promise is being spoken directly over you. I am answering the call to help spread God's light to souls who need it most. Just as that quiet moment redirected your path, your act of giving can become the turning point in someone else's life. This is a prophetic opportunity to partner with heaven's mission on earth. Every contribution becomes a stream of living water, flowing into places where spiritual thirst is deep. As you give, divine favor surrounds you, and blessings are released over your home, your purpose, and your future. This is not merely support. It is a sacred act of obedience and faith. Step into this moment with boldness and generosity. Activate your blessing through your giving today and become a beacon of divine light in this generation. My dear and faithful soul, as the revelation of April 28th continues to unfold, you are now being guided to understand the emotional and spiritual shifts that began within you from that quiet yet powerful moment. What you experienced was not merely a change in circumstances, but a transformation within your inner world. Archangel Michael was not only adjusting your external path, but also strengthening your heart, calming your mind, and renewing your spirit for the journey ahead. You may have noticed a subtle change in how you responded to situations after that day. Things that once triggered anxiety or frustration may have begun to lose their intensity. You might have found yourself choosing peace over conflict, patience over urgency, and reflection over reaction. This was not a coincidence. It was a sign that your spirit had been touched by divine influence. Archangel Michael infused your path with a sense of calm authority, enabling you to move forward with greater clarity and emotional balance. There is a profound beauty in how the divine works within the human heart. Rather than forcing sudden, overwhelming changes, heaven often initiates gentle shifts that grow stronger over time. The quiet moment on April 28th planted seeds of resilience, wisdom, and discernment within you. These seeds have been growing, shaping your thoughts, guiding your decisions, and helping you navigate life with renewed confidence. You may also have experienced a heightened awareness of your surroundings and relationships. Certain connections may have felt more meaningful, while others may have naturally faded or shifted. This is part of the divine alignment that began on that day. Archangel Michael was helping you discern which energies and relationships supported your growth and which ones no longer served your higher purpose. This process, though sometimes subtle, is essential for spiritual progress. At times, this transformation may have felt unfamiliar. You might have wondered why your priorities were changing or why you felt drawn toward deeper reflection and spiritual understanding. This is a natural response to divine intervention. When heaven touches your path, it awakens a deeper sense of purpose within you. You begin to seek meaning beyond the surface, truth beyond appearances, and peace beyond temporary circumstances. Archangel Michael wants you to know that this inner transformation is a powerful form of protection. A peaceful and discerning heart is less vulnerable to confusion, manipulation, and emotional turmoil. By strengthening your inner world, heaven has equipped you with the ability to make wiser choices and maintain stability even in uncertain situations. This is a sacred gift, one that continues to guide and protect you every day. You may now be recognizing patterns that once went unnoticed. Situations that previously caused distress may now be approached with calm understanding. Decisions that once felt overwhelming may now be made with quiet confidence. This is evidence that the divine recalibration initiated on April 28th is actively shaping your present reality. The quiet moment that seemed insignificant has become a cornerstone of your emotional and spiritual strength. Furthermore, this transformation has opened your heart to greater compassion, both for yourself and for others. You may find it easier to forgive, to let go of past burdens, and to extend kindness even in challenging circumstances. This is not a sign of weakness. It is a reflection of spiritual maturity. Archangel Michael has been guiding you toward a higher state of awareness where love, wisdom, and patience become your natural responses. It is important to honor this growth. Take time to acknowledge how far you have come since that subtle turning point. Celebrate the peace you now carry, the clarity you have gained, and the strength that has quietly developed within you. These are not small achievements. They are profound signs of divine guidance at work in your life. As you continue on this path, remember that transformation is an ongoing process. The quiet moment of April 28th was the beginning of a deeper journey, one that continues to unfold with each passing day. Archangel Michael remains by your side, offering protection, insight, and encouragement as you move forward with purpose and grace. Trust the changes within you. Trust the peace that now steadies your heart. Trust the wisdom that guides your decisions. These are the fruits of divine intervention, nurtured by the loving presence of Archangel Michael. Your journey is becoming more aligned, more purposeful, and more radiant with each step you take. The quiet shift that once went unnoticed is now revealing its true power. It has strengthened your spirit, clarified your vision, and prepared you for the blessings and opportunities that lie ahead. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that you are supported by divine wisdom and protected by heavenly grace. Beloved one, as the unfolding truth of April 28th continues to illuminate your journey, you are now being invited to recognize the divine protection that was activated around your future. What seemed like a simple, quiet moment was in fact a spiritual shield being positioned ahead of you. Archangel Michael, the guardian of divine order and protector of souls, was ensuring that unseen challenges were neutralized before they could ever reach your path. There are battles you never had to fight, conflicts that never reached your doorstep, and burdens that quietly dissolved before they could weigh on your heart. This was not luck or coincidence. It was a result of divine intervention set into motion during that sacred moment. While you continued with your day, unaware of the spiritual activity surrounding you, Archangel Michael was standing guard, redirecting negative forces and closing doors that could have led to confusion, delay, or emotional pain. You may have noticed that certain situations you once worried about never fully materialized. Plans that seemed uncertain may have resolved on their own. Tensions that could have escalated instead faded into calm resolution. These outcomes were the direct result of heavenly protection. The quiet shift on April 28th acted like a spiritual barrier, filtering what was allowed to enter your life and what was divinely blocked for your well-being. This form of protection is gentle yet powerful. It does not always announce itself with dramatic signs. Instead, it works through subtle redirections, unexpected delays, and quiet changes in circumstances. What may have felt like inconvenience at the time was, in truth, a divine safeguard. Archangel Michael ensured that every detour served a purpose and every pause carried protection. You are now being encouraged to reflect on the ways your life has become more stable, more peaceful, and more aligned since that day. Perhaps you avoided a decision that would have led to regret. Maybe a conversation you anticipated never happened, or a path you considered taking no longer felt right. These moments were guided by divine wisdom. Your spirit was gently led away from what was not meant for you and toward what would nurture your growth and fulfillment. Archangel Michael's presence in your life is a reminder that you are never navigating your journey alone. Even when you cannot see the spiritual realm, it is actively working on your behalf. The protection established on April 28th continues to extend into your present and future, forming a shield of clarity, discernment, and peace around your decisions and relationships. This protection also manifests as increased intuition. You may find that you now sense when something feels right or wrong more quickly than before. You might feel an inner calm when making aligned choices and a gentle hesitation when something does not resonate with your spirit. This heightened awareness is a gift, an internal compass strengthened by divine guidance. Archangel Michael has helped to tune your spirit to recognize truth, avoid deception, and walk confidently in alignment with your purpose. There is also a deeper sense of trust growing within you. Where there may have once been fear or uncertainty, there is now a quiet confidence that everything is unfolding as it should. This trust is not blind optimism. It is spiritual assurance rooted in the knowledge that you are divinely protected. The quiet moment on April 28th was a turning point that reinforced this truth in your life. As you move forward, you are being called to embrace this protection with gratitude and faith. When you trust in divine guidance, you create space for even greater blessings to flow into your life. Fear begins to lose its grip, and peace becomes your foundation. You start to walk with a sense of assurance, knowing that even the challenges you face are filtered through divine wisdom and purpose. Archangel Michael encourages you to remain spiritually attentive. Continue to honor the subtle nudges, the unexpected pauses, and the peaceful confirmations you receive. These are ongoing signs that your path is being guided and guarded. The same divine presence that protected you on April 28th continues to walk beside you, ensuring that your journey remains aligned with your highest good. This revelation is meant to strengthen your faith and deepen your awareness of the unseen blessings in your life. Protection is not always visible, but its effects are undeniable. The peace you feel, the clarity you experience, and the stability you now enjoy are all evidence of divine care in action. Let this truth anchor your heart. You are protected, guided, and deeply valued. The quiet intervention that took place was not a one-time event, but the beginning of a sustained season of divine oversight. Archangel Michael's watchful presence surrounds you, empowering you to move forward without fear and with unwavering confidence. As you continue on this sacred journey, carry the assurance that no step you take is unguarded. The path before you has been prepared with wisdom, love, and protection. What was set in motion on that quiet day continues to unfold, leading you toward a future filled with purpose, peace, and divine alignment. Faithful and attentive soul, as the sacred revelations of April 28th continue to unfold, you are now being guided to understand how that quiet moment not only protected you, but also repositioned you for divine opportunities. What appeared to be a pause in your journey was, in truth, a preparation phase. Archangel Michael was not merely shielding you from harm, he was aligning you with blessings that required precise timing and spiritual readiness. There are opportunities that only manifest when the heart is calm, the mind is clear, and the spirit is aligned. On that significant day, heaven ensured that you were being prepared internally before external doors began to open. This preparation involved refining your patience, strengthening your discernment, and deepening your trust in divine timing. What felt like a delay was actually a sacred alignment process designed to bring the right opportunities into your life at the perfect moment. You may have noticed that since that day, certain doors have opened in ways that felt natural and effortless. Conversations may have flowed more smoothly, ideas may have come with greater clarity, and decisions may have felt more guided and less burdensome. These are not random developments. They are the results of divine orchestration, initiated during that quiet turning point. Archangel Michael helped clear the path so that what is meant for you could arrive without obstruction. This season is also marked by a growing sense of confidence within you. You are beginning to trust your instincts more, to listen to your inner voice, and to move forward without the heavy weight of doubt that may have once held you back. This confidence is not rooted in pride, but in spiritual assurance. It is the quiet strength that comes from knowing you are guided, protected, and aligned with a higher purpose. At the same time, you may be noticing a shift in how you perceive challenges. Situations that once felt overwhelming now appear manageable. Instead of reacting with fear or frustration, you are responding with calm, wisdom, and clarity. This transformation is a direct result of the divine recalibration that began on April 28th. Archangel Michael hath been strengthening your inner foundation so that you can stand firm regardless of external circumstances. Another significant aspect of this divine alignment is the emergence of meaningful connections. You may find yourself drawn to people who uplift, inspire, and support your growth. These connections are not accidental, they are divinely arranged. Heaven is surrounding you with individuals who resonate with your purpose and contribute positively to your journey. At the same time, relationships that no longer serve your highest good may naturally fade, creating space for healthier and more aligned interactions. This period of alignment is also awakening a deeper sense of purpose within you. You may feel a stronger desire to pursue what truly fulfills you, to speak your truth, and to live in a way that reflects your authentic self. This inner calling is a sign that you are stepping into the path that was divinely prepared for you. The quiet moment of April 28th was a catalyst that set this transformative process in motion. As you continue to embrace this new season, it is important to remain spiritually aware and open to guidance. Archangel Michael encourages you to trust the gentle nudges you receive, the peaceful confirmations that settle in your heart, and the intuitive insights that guide your decisions. These are ongoing signs that you are walking in alignment with your divine purpose. If this message is speaking to your heart and helping you recognize the divine alignment unfolding in your life, take a moment to actively support this spiritual journey. Like this video to affirm your connection with this message and to help it reach others who are seeking clarity and hope. Share it with friends, family, or anyone who may need reassurance that their life is divinely guided. Leave a comment expressing how this message resonates with your personal experience, as your testimony can inspire and uplift others. Subscribe to the channel to stay connected with future messages of guidance, protection, and spiritual growth. Consider joining the membership to become part of a dedicated community committed to spreading light, faith, and encouragement across the world. As you reflect on the journey since April 28th, recognize how far you have come. The clarity you now possess, the peace you carry, and the opportunities unfolding before you are all evidence of divine alignment. Archangel Michael's presence continues to guide your steps, ensuring that each new opportunity is in harmony with your highest good. Before you move forward, remember this truth: what lies ahead is even more purposeful and beautifully aligned than what you have already experienced. The unfolding path holds revelations and blessings that will further confirm the divine hand at work in your life. Hold on to this awareness, because the next revelation will deepen your understanding of how profoundly that quiet moment reshaped your destiny. My steadfast and beloved soul, as the unfolding revelation of April 28th continues to illuminate your path, you are now being guided to understand the deeper spiritual awakening that began within you on that sacred day. What appeared to be a quiet and ordinary moment was, in truth, the ignition of a higher level of awareness. Archangel Michael was not only protecting and redirecting your external circumstances, but also awakening your inner vision so that you could perceive life through a lens of divine understanding. Since that pivotal day, you may have sensed a subtle but undeniable shift in your perception. Situations that once seemed confusing now carry clear meaning. Emotional reactions that once felt overwhelming have been replaced by thoughtful reflection and calm discernment. This transformation is a sign that your spiritual senses have been sharpened. Archangel Michael has been gently lifting the veil, helping you recognize the divine patterns and purposes woven into your life. You are becoming more attuned to the language of the Spirit. This language does not rely on loud proclamations or dramatic signs. Instead, it speaks through intuition, inner peace, timely insights, and moments of profound clarity. You may notice that you are more sensitive to the atmosphere around you, more aware of the intentions of others, and more confident in trusting your inner guidance. These are sacred gifts that began to unfold from the quiet shift on April 28th. This awakening is also reshaping how you interpret challenges. Rather than seeing difficulties as setbacks, you are beginning to recognize them as opportunities for growth and refinement. Archangel Michael is guiding you to understand that every challenge carries a hidden lesson, and every delay contains a divine purpose. This perspective empowers you to face life with courage, patience, and unwavering faith. Another significant change emerging from this awakening is your growing desire for authenticity. You may feel less inclined to conform to expectations that do not align with your true self. Instead, you are drawn toward honesty, integrity, and spiritual truth. This shift reflects a deeper alignment with your soul's purpose. Archangel Michael is encouraging you to embrace this authenticity, for it is through genuine expression that your light shines most brightly. You may also find that your connection to moments of stillness and reflection has deepened. Quiet time no longer feels empty. It feels nourishing and enlightening. In these moments of calm, your spirit becomes more receptive to divine guidance. Ideas, solutions, and insights may arise effortlessly, providing clarity in areas where confusion once lingered. This is the ongoing influence of the divine recalibration that began on that sacred day. As your awareness expands, you are also becoming more mindful of the energy you carry and the environment you create around you. You may feel a stronger inclination to cultivate peace, kindness, and positivity in your interactions. This is not merely a personal preference, but a reflection of your elevated spiritual state. Archangel Michael is helping you become a source of light and stability for those around you, even without speaking a word. This awakening is not about perfection, it is about progression. There may still be moments of uncertainty or emotional challenge, but you now possess the tools to navigate them with grace. Your strengthened intuition, heightened awareness, and deepened faith serve as guiding lights, ensuring that you remain aligned with your divine path. It is important to honor and nurture this spiritual growth. Take time to reflect on how your thoughts, reactions, and priorities have evolved. Recognize the peace that now anchors your decisions and the clarity that guides your actions. These changes are the evidence of a soul that has been touched and awakened by divine intervention. Archangel Michael wants you to know that this awakening is a sacred gift meant not only for your benefit but also for the upliftment of others. As you walk in greater awareness and authenticity, your presence becomes a quiet source of encouragement and inspiration. People may feel comforted, understood, or uplifted simply by being around you. This is the ripple effect of divine transformation at work in your life. The quiet moment of April 28th was the spark that ignited this profound inner evolution. What began as a subtle shift has blossomed into a deeper connection with your purpose, your intuition, and your spiritual identity. You are now more aligned, more aware, and more empowered to walk the path that has been divinely prepared for you. As you continue forward, trust in the wisdom that now resides within you. Embrace the clarity that guides your decisions and the peace that steadies your heart. Archangel Michael remains by your side, illuminating your path and strengthening your spirit with every step you take. Carry this truth with confidence. Your awakening is real, your guidance is divine, and your journey is unfolding with perfect precision. The quiet moment that once seemed insignificant has become a powerful foundation for life of deeper meaning, purpose, and spiritual fulfillment. My beloved and awakened soul, as the sacred revelation of April 28th continues to unfold, you are now being invited to recognize the divine restoration that began within your life from that quiet, seemingly insignificant moment. What you may not have realized at the time is that heaven was not only protecting and guiding you, but also restoring areas of your life that had quietly carried fatigue, disappointment, or emotional strain. Archangel Michael stood beside you, initiating a process of renewal that would gently rebuild your strength, clarity, and hope. Restoration often begins in silence. It does not always arrive with immediate visible change, but rather through a gradual return of peace, confidence, and emotional balance. Since that sacred day, you may have noticed a soft but steady lifting of burdens that once felt heavy. Thoughts that were once clouded with doubt may now feel clear. Feelings of discouragement may have been replaced by quiet determination. These subtle shifts are the unmistakable signs of divine restoration at work. Archangel Michael reveals that April 28th was a turning point where spiritual healing began to flow more freely into your life. Emotional wounds that had lingered beneath the surface started to mend. Patterns of worry or self-doubt began to loosen their hold. This was not a sudden transformation, but a gentle and compassionate process designed to strengthen you from within. Heaven understood your struggles and responded with grace, patience, and unwavering support. You may have also experienced a renewed sense of motivation and purpose. Tasks that once felt draining may now feel manageable or even fulfilling. There may be a growing desire within you to pursue goals, nurture relationships, and invest in your personal growth. This renewed energy is a direct result of the restoration initiated on that sacred day. Archangel Michael has been helping you reclaim your strength and refocus your vision. Another important aspect of this restoration is the healing of your emotional landscape. Situations that once caused deep frustration or sadness may no longer carry the same emotional weight. You may find yourself able to reflect on past experiences with greater understanding and compassion, both for yourself and for others. This emotional freedom is a powerful gift, allowing you to move forward without the burdens of unresolved pain. This period of restoration also brings a deeper sense of spiritual security. You are beginning to trust not only in divine guidance, but also in your own resilience. You understand now that even in moments of uncertainty, you are supported by a higher power that is constantly working for your good. Archangel Michael's presence reassures you that you are never alone, and that every challenge you have faced has contributed to your growth and strength. As this restoration continues, you may notice a stronger connection to gratitude. Small blessings, simple joys, and moments of peace may feel more meaningful than ever before. Gratitude opens the heart to receive even greater blessings, and it strengthens your spiritual alignment. By acknowledging the progress and healing in your life, you invite more divine restoration to flow into every area of your journey. Archangel Michael encourages you to honor this season of renewal. Give yourself permission to embrace the peace that is settling within you. Celebrate the progress you have made, even if it feels gradual. Restoration is not measured by sudden changes, but by the steady return of hope, clarity, and inner strength. Each day that you feel more grounded, more peaceful, and more confident is a testament to the divine work unfolding within you. This sacred process is also preparing you for the blessings that lie ahead. As your heart heals and your spirit strengthens, you become more receptive to opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your highest good. The restoration that began on April 28th is not only about healing the past, but also about preparing you for a future filled with purpose, stability, and joy. Take a moment to reflect on how far you have come since that quiet turning point. Recognize the emotional growth, the renewed clarity, and the deepening sense of peace that now accompanies you. These are not small achievements. They are powerful signs of divine restoration and favor. I received divine restoration in the comments if this message resonates with your heart. Blessing code 888 has just been released, activating healing, renewal, and abundant peace in your life. Receive this blessing with faith, knowing that every area of your life is being gently restored by divine grace. As this message of restoration settles deeply within your spirit, you are invited to take part in a greater mission of spreading hope, healing, and divine truth to others who are seeking light in their own quiet moments of struggle. Just as April 28th marked a quiet restoration in your life, your support today can become a divine turning point in someone else's story. When you give through Super Thanks, join as a member, or sow a seed via the PayPal link in the description, you are releasing rivers of hope, faith, and healing into countless hearts across the world. The Word of God declares, "Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy," and this promise is alive and active for you right now. I am stepping forward in faith to help carry God's light to souls who are waiting for reassurance and spiritual renewal. Your generosity becomes holy oil that keeps this mission burning bright, reaching the weary, the searching, and the hopeful. This is more than support. It is a prophetic act of restoration and obedience. As you give, heaven records your faith, and blessings of peace, provision, and divine favor are released over your life. Let your seed become a testimony of love, compassion, and unwavering belief. Step into the sacred moment and activate your blessing through your giving today. My cherished and enlightened soul, as the sacred unfolding of April 28th continues to reveal its profound meaning, you are now being guided to recognize the divine empowerment that was quietly activated within you. This subtle moment did not only bring protection, alignment, awakening, and restoration, it also ignited a new level of spiritual authority in your life. Archangel Michael, the warrior of light and defender of truth, stood beside you to awaken a strength within your spirit that would prepare you for the path ahead. Empowerment from the divine does not always feel dramatic. Often, it begins as a quiet confidence, a steady courage, and a deep inner knowing that you are capable of facing whatever lies before you. Since that pivotal day, you may have noticed a shift in how you carry yourself. There is a growing firmness in your decisions, a calm assurance in your voice, and a resilient peace in your heart. This is the evidence of spiritual authority taking root within you. Archangel Michael reveals that on April 28th, a divine strengthening took place. Fear that once lingered in the background began to lose its hold. Doubts that once clouded your thinking started to dissolve. In their place, a sense of purpose and determination emerged. You may not have recognized it immediately, but heaven was equipping you with the inner strength needed to step into a more confident and purposeful version of yourself. This empowerment is reflected in the way you now approach challenges. Situations that once intimidated you no longer hold the same power. Instead of shrinking back, you find yourself standing firm with clarity and composure. This transformation is not the result of external circumstances alone. It is the fruit of divine reinforcement within your spirit. Archangel Michael has been guiding you to stand in truth, walk in courage, and trust in your divine calling. You may also notice a heightened sense of responsibility toward your own well-being and spiritual growth. There is a stronger desire to set healthy boundaries, make wise decisions, and protect your peace. This is a sign that you are embracing the authority that has been entrusted to you. Divine empowerment is not about control over others. It is about mastery over your own thoughts, emotions, and choices. It is the ability to remain centered and grounded, even in the midst of uncertainty. Another beautiful aspect of this empowerment is your growing ability to inspire and uplift others. Without even trying, your words, actions, and presence may bring comfort, encouragement, and clarity to those around you. People may feel drawn to your calm strength and balanced perspective. This is not accidental. Archangel Michael is working through you, allowing your life to become a quiet testimony of resilience, faith, and divine guidance. This newfound strength also brings with it a deeper sense of responsibility to walk in integrity and truth. You may feel a stronger conviction to live authentically, to speak honestly, and to align your actions with your values. This alignment between your inner beliefs and outer behavior is a powerful expression of spiritual maturity. It reflects the divine authority that has been awakened within you. As you continue to grow in this empowerment, it is important to remain humble and grounded. True spiritual authority flows from a heart that is open, compassionate, and guided by love. Archangel Michael encourages you to use this strength not for self-exaltation but for service, encouragement, and the upliftment of others. Your empowerment is a gift meant to bring light, clarity, and hope wherever you go. You may also find that you are more decisive and less burdened by overthinking. Where there was once hesitation, there is now clarity. Where there was once fear of making the wrong choice, there is now trust in divine guidance. This shift allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that you are supported by heavenly wisdom at every step. The quiet moment of April 28th was the catalyst for this powerful transformation. What seemed like a simple pause in your day was actually the moment when heaven affirmed your strength, reinforced your spirit, and prepared you to walk boldly in your purpose. Archangel Michael's presence ensured that you would not only be protected and guided, but also empowered to rise above challenges and embrace your true potential. As you reflect on this journey, acknowledge the courage that now resides within you. Recognize the clarity that shapes your decisions and the peace that steadies your heart. These are the marks of divine empowerment. You are no longer the same person you were before that sacred day. You are stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine path. Carry this empowerment with grace and confidence. Trust in the strength that has been awakened within you. Archangel Michael continues to stand beside you, reminding you that you are capable, protected, and divinely equipped for the journey ahead. The quiet shift that began on April 28th has blossomed into a powerful force within your life, guiding you toward a future filled with purpose, courage, and unwavering faith. My devoted and courageous soul, as the divine message of April 28th continues to unfold with deeper clarity, you are now being guided to understand the sacred responsibility that comes with the empowerment and transformation you have received. The quiet moment that once seemed insignificant has now revealed itself as a divine commissioning. Archangel Michael was not only protecting, restoring, and strengthening you, he was preparing you to walk forward with purpose, influence, and spiritual impact. This new phase of your journey is marked by intentional living. You are becoming more aware that your choices, words, and actions carry greater significance. The wisdom and clarity you have gained are not meant to remain hidden. They are meant to guide your decisions, uplift those around you, and reflect the divine light that has been nurtured within your spirit. Archangel Michael encourages you to walk confidently in this awareness, knowing that your life has become a vessel for peace, truth, and encouragement. You may notice that people are increasingly drawn to your perspective and presence. Friends, family members, or even acquaintances may seek your advice, comfort, or reassurance. This is not by chance. Your calm demeanor, thoughtful insights, and steady faith create a safe space for others. The divine alignment that began on April 28th has positioned you as a source of stability and inspiration. Through simple conversations and compassionate listening, you are already fulfilling a meaningful spiritual role. This responsibility is not meant to feel heavy or overwhelming. Instead, it is a natural extension of the growth and healing you have experienced. Archangel Michael reminds you that you do not need to have all the answers or perform grand gestures. Often, the most powerful impact comes from small acts of kindness, words of encouragement, and the quiet example of living with integrity and faith. Your authenticity is your greatest strength. At the same time, you are being called to remain grounded and spiritually attentive. As your influence grows, it becomes even more important to nurture your inner peace and maintain your connection with divine guidance. Moments of reflection, gratitude, and stillness will continue to strengthen your clarity and resilience. These practices ensure that your actions remain aligned with your highest purpose and that your spirit remains refreshed and focused. You may also find yourself feeling a deeper sense of mission in your daily life. Tasks that once felt routine may now carry a sense of meaning. Interactions that once seemed ordinary may now feel purposeful. This shift in perspective is a sign that you are fully embracing the divine alignment initiated on April 28th, Archangel Michael is guiding you to see that every moment holds the potential to express compassion, wisdom, and light. As you step into this role, it is important to trust your intuition and honor your boundaries. Being a source of strength for others does not mean neglecting your own well-being. Archangel Michael encourages you to balance service with self-care, ensuring that your energy remains steady and your spirit remains joyful. By caring for yourself, you maintain the clarity and strength needed to continue your positive influence. If this message is resonating with your heart and inspiring you to embrace your purpose with confidence, take a moment to actively support this spiritual mission. Like this video to affirm your connection with this message and help it reach others who are seeking guidance and encouragement. Share it with those who may benefit from this reminder of divine alignment and purpose. Leave a comment expressing how this message has touched your life, as your words can uplift and inspire fellow viewers. Subscribe to the channel to stay connected with future messages of faith, clarity, and spiritual growth. By subscribing, you become part of a community dedicated to spreading light and hope. Consider joining the membership to deepen your connection and support the continued sharing of these transformative messages. As you continue forward, remember that your journey is a living testimony of divine guidance. The quiet turning point of April 28th has shaped you into a person of strength, clarity, and compassion. Your presence carries a calming influence, your words offer reassurance, and your actions reflect integrity and faith. These qualities are not accidental, they are the fruits of divine preparation. Archangel Michael stands beside you as you walk this purposeful path. His presence serves as a reminder that you are supported, guided, and protected in every step you take. The responsibility you now carry is not a burden, but a blessing, an opportunity to bring light into everyday moments and to inspire others through your example. Hold on to the confidence that has been cultivated within you. Trust the wisdom that guides your choices and the peace that anchors your spirit. The quiet moment that once seemed ordinary has become a defining point in your journey, shaping you into a beacon of strength and encouragement. Carry this awareness forward with grace and determination. Your life is now a reflection of divine alignment, and your journey continues to unfold with purpose, clarity, and unwavering support from the heavenly realm. My steadfast and enlightened soul, as the sacred journey that began with the quiet moment of April 28th continues to reveal its profound significance, you are now being guided to embrace the lasting legacy of this divine intervention. What started as a subtle shift has evolved into a powerful foundation for your future. Archangel Michael has not only guided you through moments of protection, restoration, awakening, empowerment, and purpose, but he has also helped establish a spiritual legacy that will influence your path for years to come. A legacy is not built through grand gestures alone. It is shaped through consistent growth, intentional choices, and the quiet strength of living in alignment with divine truth. Since that pivotal day, you have been laying the groundwork for a life marked by clarity, resilience, compassion, and unwavering faith. The transformation you have experienced is not temporary. It is a lasting imprint on your spirit that continues to shape your thoughts, actions, and relationships. You may now recognize that your perspective on life has matured in meaningful ways. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming are now approached with patience and wisdom. Uncertainty no longer shakes your foundation as it once did. Instead, you carry a deep-rooted confidence that you are guided and protected. This stability is a testament to the divine legacy being formed within you. Archangel Michael has helped anchor your spirit in truth, ensuring that your path remains steady even when circumstances change. This legacy also extends beyond your personal journey. The growth, peace, and understanding you now embody naturally influence those around you. Family members, Friends and even acquaintances may notice the calm strength and clarity you bring into conversations and situations. Your presence has become a source of reassurance and inspiration. Without striving for recognition, you are leaving a positive and lasting impact on the lives of others. You may find that your words carry greater weight and your actions inspire trust. People may seek your guidance not because you claim authority, but because they sense authenticity and wisdom in your character. This influence is a reflection of the divine work that began on April 28th. Archangel Michael has been shaping you into a beacon of stability and insight, allowing your life to serve as a quiet testimony of faith and perseverance. As you continue to build this spiritual legacy, you are being encouraged to remain intentional in your growth. Continue nurturing your inner peace, seeking wisdom, and practicing compassion. These qualities are the pillars of a meaningful and enduring legacy. Each moment you choose patience over frustration, kindness over judgment, and faith over fear, you strengthen the foundation that has been divinely established within you. There may be times when you reflect on how much has changed since that quiet turning point. The person you were before that day may feel distant compared to the strength and clarity you now possess. This transformation is not accidental. It is the result of divine guidance, consistent growth, and your willingness to embrace the subtle yet powerful shifts that were placed before you. Archangel Michael reminds you that a true legacy is not measured by external achievements alone, but by the peace you carry, the wisdom you share, and the love you extend to others. The quiet confidence you now embody, the thoughtful decisions you make, and the compassion you offer are all part of a legacy that will continue to ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully see. This legacy is also a source of encouragement for your future. As you move forward, you can trust that the foundation laid on April 28th will support you through new opportunities, challenges, and milestones. The clarity you have gained will guide your decisions. The resilience you have developed will sustain you through trials, and the faith you have strengthened will illuminate your path. You are being called to honor this legacy by continuing to live with intention and authenticity. Trust the wisdom that has been cultivated within you. Embrace the peace that now anchors your heart. Allow your life to reflect the divine alignment that has been so carefully established. Each day you walk in faith and integrity. You reinforce the lasting impact of that sacred moment. Archangel Michael stands with you as a constant guardian and guide, ensuring that the legacy of strength, clarity, and compassion continues to grow. His presence is a reminder that you are never alone in your journey and that every step you take contributes to a greater purpose. As you reflect on the journey that has unfolded since April 28th, take a moment to appreciate the depth of transformation that has taken place. The quiet moment that once seemed ordinary has become a cornerstone of your spiritual legacy. It has shaped your character, strengthened your faith, and prepared you to walk confidently into the future. Carry this awareness with pride and humility. Your life is a testament to the power of subtle divine intervention. The legacy being formed within you is one of resilience, wisdom, compassion, and unwavering trust in divine guidance. With Archangel Michael by your side, this legacy will continue to grow, inspiring both your journey and the lives of those you touch. My beloved soul, as this sacred journey reaches its powerful culmination, you are now being invited to fully embrace the divine transformation that began on April 28th. What once appeared to be a quiet, unremarkable moment has revealed itself as a profound turning point, one that reshaped your path, strengthened your spirit, and aligned you with a higher purpose. Archangel Michael has walked beside you through every stage of this revelation, ensuring that each step you took led you closer to clarity, peace, and divine fulfillment. This final reflection is not an ending, but a confirmation. The The subtle shift that occurred on that day has now blossomed into a life marked by awareness, resilience, compassion, and purpose. You have moved from uncertainty to clarity, from quiet questioning to confident understanding. The journey has shown you that divine guidance often arrives in stillness, working gently yet powerfully to redirect your destiny. You are no longer the same person you were before that sacred day. Your thoughts are clearer, your heart is steadier, and your spirit is more attuned to divine wisdom. The protection you received has strengthened your confidence. The restoration you experienced has renewed your hope. The empowerment you embraced has given you courage. And the purpose you discovered now lights your path forward. Archangel Michael's presence has been the constant thread weaving all these blessings together. As you stand in this moment of realization, take time to honor the growth that has taken place within you. Reflect on the peace that now resides in your heart, the discernment that guides your choices, and the faith that anchors your soul. These are not temporary gifts. They are enduring qualities that will continue to shape your journey. The quiet moment of April 28th was the seed, and the life you are living now is the flourishing result. This message also serves as a reminder that divine guidance will continue to unfold in your life. Just as that subtle intervention redirected your path, future moments of stillness will carry profound meaning. You are now more aware, more receptive, and more trusting of the divine process. Archangel Michael encourages you to remain attentive to the gentle nudges, peaceful confirmations, and quiet insights that guide your steps. You are stepping into a future filled with promise, stability, and spiritual fulfillment. Challenges may still arise, but you now possess the strength, clarity, and faith to navigate them with grace. The divine alignment established on April 28th has created a foundation that cannot be shaken. With each passing day, you will continue to grow, evolve, and shine as a beacon of hope and encouragement for others. Your journey is a living testimony that even the quietest moments can carry the most profound significance. The transformation you have experienced is proof that divine intervention does not always announce itself with grandeur. Sometimes it whispers, and in that whisper, destinies are reshaped. Archangel Michael's message to you is clear. Trust the quiet moments, honor your growth, and walk forward with unwavering faith. As this sacred message concludes, carry with you the assurance that you are divinely guided, protected, and deeply valued. The path ahead is illuminated by the wisdom you have gained and the strength you have embraced. Let your life reflect the peace, clarity, and purpose that now define your journey. Type "I walk in divine purpose" in the comments if you receive this message with faith. Blessing code 1212 has just been released, activating lasting alignment, spiritual confidence, and divine favor over your life. Receive this blessing with gratitude and step forward knowing that heaven continues to guide your every step. As this sacred message about April 28th comes to completion, you are being called to help carry this divine light to countless other souls who are waiting for their own moment of clarity and hope. When you support this mission through super thanks, by becoming a channel member, or by sowing a seed through the PayPal link in the description, you are planting seeds in fertile spiritual soil that will produce a harvest of transformed lives. The Word of God speaks directly to you today. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Proverbs 11:25. I am stepping forward in obedience to help spread God's truth, healing, and reassurance across the world. Your giving becomes a river of light, reaching hearts that feel lost, weary, or uncertain. This is not merely an act of support. It is a prophetic response to a divine call. As you sow into this mission, blessings of peace, provision, protection, and divine favor are released over your life and household. Heaven sees your faith, honors your generosity, and multiplies your seed for greater impact. Step into this sacred opportunity now. Activate your blessing, extend God's light, and become a vital part of this divine movement today.